Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be teaching you a life-changing money system. You want to know what it is? It's so simple, I teach it to kids. You got a pen? I want you to write it down. It's LFSEPD. Now say it after me, LFSEPD. Now you already know that you spend too much on stuff you don't need. The difference between the wealthy and the broke is that they have a system for spending and saving. And yes, you need a system for both. Why? Because money's neutral. It doesn't care if you spend it or you save it. You ready to know what that system is? It's lizard's fart, so everybody play dead. Sounds silly, right? Well, it is, but I bet you won't ever forget it. And better still, if you do it, it'll change your financial life. Here's how it works. You're going to break your finances down into 6 different categories. So that means that each time you get paid, you're going to put money in one of the 6 of these categories. You've got living expenses, financial freedom, savings, education, play, and donations. So that means that every single time you get paid, you're going to be putting money in all of those categories. Let's talk about them. The first one is living expenses. 55% of the money that you make each month should be going into your living expenses. No more than 55%. What does that look like? That's your mortgage, that's your rent, that's your car note. It's the money that you need to run your household. So no more than 55% goes to fund that category. Next, you have financial freedom. 10% of your money each month should be going into the financial freedom bucket. What does that look like? Well, we have really 3 pillars of wealth for financial freedom. You've got investments, that's going to be stocks, your 401k if you have one. Then you have real estate and business. So the 3 pillars of wealth are business, real estate, stocks. Your money should be going, 10% of your money will be going into that category. Many times you may have an investment advisor to help you with that category. Next, you have your savings bucket. Savings, that's the money that you put back for emergency reserves. If you are a single family, a single income household, then you should have about 6 months of living expenses. That means that you should be able to go without a paycheck for at least 6 months. If you are a 2-income household, then 3 months of living expenses is what you need. And you already know what your living expenses are because we're funding the first bucket at 55%. So 3 to 6 months of living expenses should go into your savings bucket. That's what you're moving towards. Then you have your education is E. Education, depending on where you are in your life, that's probably the most flexible bucket that you'll have because you're either funding for your own education or you're funding the education for the next generation. For example, if you're a grandparent, that means you may be funding a 529. You're funding an educational fund for your grandchildren. If you're still in school, you're funding for your next level. I heard someone say once that you have to dominate, you have to elevate. And what that meant to me is that whatever space you're in, you have to be educated, you have to be prepared in order to elevate yourself to that next level. Education is a key part of that. The next one, the bucket that we all love, is the play bucket. At least 10% should be going into that play bucket. We all know how to play. That's your freedom bucket. You can use that money to spend it on whatever you like, but no more than 10% goes into that bucket each month. And finally, we have the donation bucket. My husband and I both, we're Christians, and we believe that giving back and doing good is very important. One, because when you give, it comes from a place of abundance, which is very important to be having enough to start with. So here's your wealth work for this week. I want you to set a budget because in order to get any of this done, you've got to take control of your spending. So set a budget. Next, I want you to start shopping with a list. A list will help you take control of the impulse buying. Third, I want you, and I've already told you this one, so hopefully you're already doing it, but if not, I need you to start now. I need for you to unlink those credit cards from these online platforms, again, to help you with the impulse buying. Third, and this one may be hard, I want you to identify your buying triggers because we don't buy stuff for the stuff. We buy because of how it makes us feel. So I want you to identify your triggers. Is it for fear of missing out? Is it lifestyle creep? Is it guilt? Is it joy? Identify those buying triggers. It will help, again, to take control of your spending. And then lastly, get started on LFS-EPD. Lizards fart, so everybody play dead. Let me know in the comments section how you're doing with your wealth work, and I'll be back in a couple of days to check in on you. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in today. And while you're here, I want to ask for your help. My passion is helping people like you reach financial freedom. And it's even more exciting when I can do it for free. Your support helps to keep this platform alive and help it to remain free for our community. And it's simple. All you have to do is like the post you just saw, subscribe, and share it with a friend who could possibly benefit. Know that your support is greatly appreciated, and I can't wait to read your comments and questions. See you soon.